Hi, I'm Matthew. Welcome to my channel. Today it's going to be a shaving related video. Let me get a little closer. I do want to apologize for the audio quality in the upcoming part of the video. This was kind of a test run. I decided to video how I made Rob's shave brush, and so this is pre-recorded. Let me know what you guys think, if you liked it, if it needs improvement. And my camera was shaky because I had it out over on this makeshift overhead camera arm. So if you get seasick, maybe it'll bother you. If not, so let's go make that shave brush. Come on. So here we go. I've got the blank on here that I'm going to turn for Rob's brush. And I'm not a professional, I'm just a DIYer. And the first thing we're going to do is grab a little bit of that off and make it round. So here we go. Don't worry guys, I've got all my safety protection on. I am 6 miles down in my secret bunker, filled with concrete and everything, so don't worry about any of that. And though it seems round, you can see we're still a little bit of ways. This is some good old Cajun blade cypress, and it's going to take a little bit to get round because I had it in a square blank. Thank you to Eric for sending me some of this wood. I am gifting it to friends within the shave community. Because I don't need 1,000 brushes. I may want 1,000 brushes. I usually start out slow on the RPMs because when it's big like that, it's out of round. And for those of you honing fellows, you know that you want to go by feel and sound while honing. Well, the same thing with wood turning. I'm sure you can hear the sound is a little bit different. The cutting sound or noise of the chatter is starting to get smaller and smaller in frequency. And right now I'm just wanting to knock down the bulk of it. Friendly wasp here. Let's see where we're at. Still getting close, need a little bit more off. The other thing I could do at this point is face the ends a little bit. I'm not so worried about this side because I've got to turn that part around. All right, here we go, back to this. This particular gouge is a carbide round bit. And you guys might not even hear me, I don't know. My camera is a little bit shaky. because I've got a fan going. Should I tell you one of the secrets? You don't want to ride the tip directly on because you'll gouge it, so you're kind of riding this part a little bit, almost like the guard of a safety razor. Who would have thunk it? That's how you can control if you want a fine amount or if you want to go more. I think we're getting really close to where we need to be. Here we go. You can see the nice texture of the wood because I'm going fast. All right, so I'm at my diameter I want to be at. I'm going to make a couple little cheating marks here with my number 2 pencil. And this is where preference comes into play. I'm going to put a little bit of a chamfer here. I say maybe it's 45-degree angle or so, but I don't know. Whatever you want it to be like. This is going to be where the fingers touch area. This is going to be the collar where the knot goes into, so we can hog this off. Needs to go a little wider. This part here really doesn't matter. It's just however you want to make this part, if it's more rounded or Here's what we've got so far. Probably going to come in because I don't want this to be Humpty Dumpty. Right here you can see where the wood chipped, but I don't want this too round because I want to be able to have it set up on a shelf. So I can come in here, create that bottom to be more flat. I want to make that part kind of small as possible when it comes time to shear that off. I don't want to have to mess with too much. Here's what we got so far. Now I'm going to do a little bit of sanding. Do 80 grit to knock down a lot of the cutting tool marks. I'm sure you can't see because of my hands. There's what we got after the 80 grit. Now I'm going to go down to my super secret, I don't know what you call it, what grit this is, super secret. I think it's 400 or 600, I can't remember. As I'm doing this, you can kind of see some of the lines where the other grit left score marks. I'm just going to kind of chase that up a little bit. I got a makeshift camera set up here because I don't want to have my head in there. There's what she's looking like. You can still see some little edges. I'm going to hit that a little bit more. One nice thing about wood and it being a natural medium and it being handcrafted, so to say, not CNC or molded, you're going to get imperfections, and I'm not trying to make a perfect shave brush handle. I just want it to look decent. It's something fun and not really trying to make any money on these. I'm not going to quit my day job, so to say. take a look at that and see where we're at. Got a little bit still in here. Now I'm going to take my trusty worn down 600. It's probably more like 800 at this point, or maybe 1,000. Can you see what's going on? Oh yeah. You guys are still here. I appreciate you sticking by. I could do a voiceover, but I don't really want to. Kind of takes out of the fun. You guys want to hear all this fan and stuff, so here's what we're looking at now. Very smooth, still a little bit of spacing up in there, scratch marks, but it's going to be fine. Now I've got my super secret wood finish. Probably not going to say, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to apply a coat. I like to do thin coats. Kind of let the wood soak it in and kind of burn it in at the same time. Gives it that nice high sheen. But with time, this is going to wear off, especially if you're soaking your handle in water, which I don't recommend because it's wood. But once it's yours, and you can maintain it the way you like. Here's what we're looking like with the first coat. I'm not going to bore you with multiple coats, but I'll come back here in a little bit. All right, here's what she looks like. Very beautiful. I'm going to nub this little end off with a bandsaw, put a little sand on it, and be right back. Here's what the shave brush handle looks like. And we're going to put this knot in there. I'll put some pictures at the end of the video. Let me know what you think.